That was made by Milani3. That was actually the intro that won the contest. I trimmed it down from this long version because it just was a little too long. And I figured I would finish up this intro look back with the one that won the contest. So once again, thanks Milani3. Now let's get on to the review. New Pokemon Snap. I remember playing the original game back in the 90s. And even though I wasn't really a Pokemon fan, I enjoyed it. Now to be fair, when I say I'm not a Pokemon fan, I mean I really haven't played any of the games since Red and Blue. I played some of the spin-offs and fighting games, but when it came to the main games, I lose interest fairly quickly. Thinking about it, I think it might be all the different Pokemon you collect. It's overwhelming to find the right ones, with the right weaknesses against the other Pokemon. It just didn't appeal to me. So when I played this game, I really only knew a few of the characters that I was taking pictures of. But that didn't matter, because it was still fun to do, even though you're still on rails. I do think the game could work even better if you could stalk the Pokemon and get in the right positions for the shots. Maybe even make it a huge open world that works in real time. But that's something I can hope for in another game. Maybe in another 20 years. Now this title improves on everything the original game was lacking. From more levels to explore, to 4 different rankings for each of the Pokemon. It makes the areas more fun to play because the photos you take might actually be better than the ones you have, or might be in a different star classification. And that makes the game highly replayable. Now the story behind this is that Professor Mirror has come to these islands to take pictures of the wildlife, and he enlists your help to do it. The islands have a special power source that can teleport you around. They put you inside a new version of the car that you saw in the original game, which will give you a safe environment which will protect you from the Pokemon, but its trade-off is it'll run in a predetermined path. You're going to need to go through areas multiple times to find all the Pokemon in it. One of the more clever things they do is they give you a night version. So they use the same areas, they just make it dark and add new Pokemon or change their patterns. It's a great idea to reuse these areas without making it a chore to play. What's even better is they don't really follow the same route as they do with the day version. So you're looking at the same area, but in different ways. Now this doesn't happen in every night version of the areas, but it happened more often than I thought it would. Then they also have another one where you can come back as you have to take a picture of a Pokemon that might be glowing from something special that's in this area. There are way more areas in the original game, and they all look fantastic. And they have a lot of variety to them. Halfway through this, I was like, you know what would be a cool idea in my head? And then it ended up actually happening. I'm not going to spoil it since it's way into the game, but let's just say fans of my Endless Ocean review will understand what I'm getting at. You will also get items that will cause different effects to happen. Maybe it's an apple you could throw to them to eat, or just throw it at them to annoy them. Or maybe you can play some music, or even a ball that makes them glow. All these options give you a lot of ways to tackle the areas. Now after you leave the area, you have to show these pictures to Professor Mirror. I don't know, this always felt weird even in the original game. Like, who's this professor to tell me which shots are good and which shots are not? And it felt like the numbers and the points you get were a bit arbitrary. Some shots that I thought looked better, I got less points for. Professor Mirror will actually give you shot suggestions that he would like you to do. If you end up making those shots, he'll unlock some extra stuff, like some borders or some things that you can put on the pictures. You can do this if you want to post your pictures online for people to admire. I did find the control schemes a little annoying. I didn't like pressing the A button to take a picture. It just didn't feel right. Luckily, they let you change up the controls to 3 other kinds of control styles. I picked one where you could use the R button to take the pictures. I thought it made the most sense as it felt like what you would do to take a picture on a normal camera. New Pokemon Snap was fun. It took everything from the original game and improved upon it. I liked the way they give you a goal to find all the 4-star pictures of each of the Pokemon, so it gave you a lot of replayability in this. So I do think it's worth a buy. There's a lot more to this game than the original title. There are a lot more levels than you might actually expect. Plus, everything was colorful and enjoyable. And I could see young kids really enjoying this. So I do think it's worth a buy.